However, on the other side, not all costs are included in the cost of the inventories. Some costs are excluded from the cost of the inventories and are recognized as an expense in the period in which they are incurred. These include the following. Number one, abnormal amounts of waste, spoilage, or labor. So look at the word abnormal. Abnormal here means that this exceeds the normal level of waste and spoilage and labor. What does it mean? It means that the normal amount of waste and spoilage and labor is considered part of the cost of the inventory, but the normal amount is not considered. So what are the abnormal amount of waste and spoilage and labor? These are the costs that exceed the normal level of waste, spoilage, and labor expected in the production process, because the normal level of waste is expected. So the abnormal level of waste, the abnormal, is exceeding the expected level of the normal waste in the production process. And that don't add any value to the inventories. Now let's go to number 2, storage cost. These are the costs of holding the inventories after the production process is completed, unless the storage is necessary for the production process itself. For example, storage costs of agricultural products that require a certain products of maturation are included in the cost of the inventories, but storage costs of finished goods that are ready for sale are excluded. So when it comes to assess whether the storage cost will be required, you have to look at the storage cost purpose. If this is storage cost that you spend to store the product in order to help in maturation or maturity of the product, so it will be considered as part of the inventory value. Other than that, this storage cost will be excluded from the cost of the inventory. So let's take an example. Finished product. And this finished product doesn't need this storage in order to help in their maturation. In this case, the storage cost of the finished product will not be included as part of the cost of the inventory. But on the other side, if you have a business and the product must be stored in order to reach to a level of maturation before it being sold, so the storage cost here will be considered as part of the value of the inventory. Next, administrative overheads. These are the general and administrative costs that are not related to the production or purchase of the inventory, such as what? Such as office rent, salaries, and depreciation of the administrative building, for example. So these costs also will be excluded from the value of the inventory, cost of the inventory, and must be expensed immediately in the statement of the profit or loss. Finally, selling costs, which are the cost of marketing and advertising and distributing the inventories, such as sales commission, delivery charges, and the packaging costs. All of these costs are expensed immediately in the statement of the profit or loss.